Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom.
You guys are the more Hamites than anybody on the planet based on that history. But I'm gonna move forward. Technically, I'm gonna move forward. I'll take that. The rape of women, because you said that GMS is your eldest. Yes, and I would believe you have to cut those guys off.
I knew this was. All right, shalom. Giving all praise to my heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shah by Shem Kakadash. Divine to the apostles and the elders that were well. Peace and many salutations to Yakim that's taught in the truth. I'm just thinking back, when we was heavily debating guys like Polight. And you had the Guerilla Hebrews, the Sakari camp debating Polight, and you had Ahlazar, was professing that he learned under the GMS, and he was trying to take up for, the apostles. He actually, stated like, look, I was taught under these men, and this is when Ahlazar, saying that Sakari camp began to mix and mingle, with Polight, in the conscious community, and this is when they began to buck up against the apostles, and a huge callous today. A callous is an event that accelerates something, right? So a huge callous today was the fact that Polight low-key cut, you know what I'm saying? Ahlazar, when it came to, understanding Deuteronomy 22 and 28. You know what I'm saying? When you go into Deuteronomy 22 and 28, it states that, matter of fact, I'll get it for you, man. Just talk about it. I'll get it for you, in Deuteronomy 22 and 8 and 28, 22. It goes into basically a damsel that's not betrothed to another man and is not, married, and the man sees her and lies hold on her, he, and takes her, and humbles her, or forces himself upon her, or grape her, that he has to marry that particular woman. Now, was this a social norm? Of course not. And Ahlazar, he broke it down. He broke it down to, somewhat of our social norm, of Israel. Now, he made it more palatable. But yes, in fact, you had situations to where, an older man would marry, a younger woman, a woman that was, past the flower of her age or had a period. That was 12, 13, 15. And the man could be 30. The man could be 50. That was the social norm. A woman, was married off because, that was a way to conduct business. Marriage was a business in the ancient world. It's not like, in contemporary times or current times to where, it's all about being romance. And really, it's nothing but confusion here. Marriage was about forwarding the legacy of the two families, them conglomerating, to forward the family, especially when it came to a woman. A woman being in order is very important. Not like we see right now where it's taught, these women, young girls are taught to play the field, and that has been very detrimental to these women. A man that had a daughter, he was very involved. He actually chose who that woman would marry. You know what I'm saying? Or a young guy would marry, or a woman, really, young woman would marry. You know what I'm saying? That's what a danger is, a young woman. You know what I'm saying? You know? Now there were situations to where a man would lay hold to a young woman, you know, and would take her, you know what I'm saying, forcibly, right? Seeing a woman, like what he saw, and took it. It happened in society. It happens now in society. Okay. We had laws, you know, to deter that and also to amend it. You know, and the law was if you break, you buy. If you lay down with a woman, you forcibly lay down with a woman, you had to take care of her the rest of her life and pay a dowry. You know what I'm saying? You know, that would stop a lot of people from committing their acts. And also, if that young girl, a young woman, I should say, was betrothed to somebody else and she cried out, you know, or she was married to another man and she cried out and you committed that action, you would be put to death, not sentenced to jail. You know what I'm saying? Got to go to rehab and file as an S offender. Nah, you would be put to death. And these are laws that this is a law dealing with, in a nutshell, you know, grape, if you will. Okay. Now you had Ahlazar defending the elders in this particular clip that I'm gonna show you, man. You know, but this is when this man started switching it up because he was trying to make the truth um more acceptable to the world. And he began to come against the apostles and the elders. You know what I'm saying? Because there's clips going out around this time when he went out there, because he was going out there to New York for that something like a political convention or convention that Sinetta was hosting. And he didn't come out to camp, but he went out there to see them, and he to Sinetta, and then came, you know, saying later on, you know, briefly um to see the apostles, and he agreed with the apostles. Then he started mixing, mingling with the conscious community, and then started really going against the apostles. And the reason why, because he wasn't accepted, you know what I'm saying, broadly speaking, you know, Ahlazar switched it up. Okay, so real quickly, I'm gonna get to it, man. Deuteronomy 22 and 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed or engaged, in a nutshell, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife because he had humbled her. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Basically, yes, he humbled her. He took it. He may not put her away all his days. And this was a law, you know what I'm saying, on grape, you know, and this would deter people from actually doing this. But if it did happen, guess what? There was a way to amend the situation. Okay. And yes, it's very different from the Western culture, because a woman is a possession. You're not seeing it is possession. Okay, unto a man, right? Yes, it's very misogynistic. It's not like the Western way. Okay, and in this clip, you're gonna have this man Ahlazar again trying to make this truth more world friendly, and in doing so, he got cut by Polight, man. And this is when this man started changing it up. Okay, I'm gonna let you hear what this man got to say. Okay, let you hear what this man got to say, man. I'm gonna kind of fast forward it because I'm gonna let it play out. I might give commentary, but really, I'm just letting this play out, and then I'm gonna jump to about 44 minutes and 32 seconds. You know, this to let you see that this man was even here was agreeing with the apostles and the elders, man. Okay, but again, he changed it up. You know, again, the reason why he changed it up because he's trying to make it more world friendly, and in doing so, he tainted not only the understanding of Deuteronomy 22 and 28, but he began to slander the apostles, man. The apostles, the various people that he once proclaimed to have learned under, once proclaimed to have the truth. Okay, real quickly, because I'm gonna get these scriptures real quick, man. Okay, real quickly. James 1 and 8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, and this is what you see with this guy Ahlazar. He's very double-minded, especially when you go back and look at the past and how at first he was agreeing with the apostles. Now he wants to use that as a get out of jail free card, and the reason why is because his fear of the Lord, is based off the precept of man, the understanding of man. And his understanding has been tainted by mixing and mingling with them fucking heathens, man, the conscious communities, niggas, man. Okay? The fucking moolies, man. Okay? Excuse my language. All right? Now this is Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips to honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of man. You see that? So this man, began to break down the scriptures basically like a heathen. And the reason why is because he's trying to make it more acceptable. Okay? He wants to make this truth more acceptable. He wanted to make the more truth more acceptable so he could heap unto himself more disciples. Okay? Matthew 10 and 33. But whosoever shall deny me before man, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. And this is what this man is doing. Okay, and it started with something as small as Deuteronomy 22 and 28. When he began to try to make it more acceptable, word friendly, right? And also agreeing with the heathen when it comes to the understanding the breakdown, and and begin to scoff against the apostles in regards to this, right? Because this is when they started bucking up around this time. All right, this is when this man started going off on a little leaven it the whole lump. Okay, so let me let you hear this, man. Let me let you hear this. All right. Okay. Shalom, elder. The elder Yatazaka, my camp. It says he posted Matthew 7:6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample you under their feet and turn again and rend you. Right. He's looking mad whack right now. Because we got receipts. We remember you, bro. We grew up with you, brother. We contemporaries, man. Okay. So let me play this for you guys. And this is a bit. I'm gonna play it for a while, man. I'm gonna let it play. So Lord willing, brothers want to respond or whatever. I'm saying, to not necessarily to mine, but to this particular video that you see, you could do so, and I'll put it. I'll put it in the chat too. Okay, so brothers, can see the hypocrisy. Okay, but let's go ahead and dive in.
You guys are more Hamites than anybody on the planet based on that history. But I'm gonna move forward. I'll take that. The rape of women, because you said that GMS is your elder. And I would believe you have to cut those guys off.
I knew this was coming.
You have to do it. There's certain things we know is coming in life. Puberty is coming, and this question was definitely going to come. So now what I'm saying is, if GMS says that we have the right to rape, one, Two, GMS says that with even 9-year-olds, 12-year-olds, they have the intent to make babies with women. Pardon me, I normally associate this kind of behavior with women, with children that are children, presumably female, of course. It would not get any more crazy than that. So, female children at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, they said that so long as that child is undergone puberty or is undergoing their menstrual cycle, then yeah,
she's eligible to get by. Right? That's what they say, right? That's what they say.
Of course.
Okay.
But he says, Tahar says, when we ask, why do you want to deal with them? He says, to make babies with a 9-year-old. We gonna get them while they're young, brother.
Yeah, I remember this, man. You know what I'm saying? The apostle didn't say we're gonna be dealing with 9-year-old children, and he expounded on it. He expounded on what he meant. We've been expounding on it, you know. We're not gonna deal with 9-year-old women, 9-year-old young girls in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, but yes, women will be married young. Women will be married young as far as 12, 13, 15, 14, 15 years old. You know, and let's not act like that this is not going on in various neighborhoods of Israel, right? It's a term called hypergamy. Well, women basically marry up via sex, right? They marry up, you know, they dating them, the young man with a car, right? When you 14, 15 as a young man, you know, the girls were 14, 15, you a sophomore. The girls that are sophomores, 14, 15 sophomores, who are they dealing with, bro? Let's just keep it real. They're dealing with the seniors, and they're dealing with the cats that just got out of high school. Okay, that was a norm, bro. Okay, natural. Those young women past the flower of their age, and what were they doing? They were dealing with men who couldn't afford them. When you 14, 15, I'm talking about the average. Now you got brothers out there that jumped off the porch, young like that, doing the thing, just had the juice. But when you 14, 15, you ain't got no money, you ain't got no car, and you kind of awkward. Guess what? You're not getting no box, man. You're not getting no more than likely you're not getting no female, bro. Okay, why is that? Because a woman naturally wants a man who can provide. Now, the nature of a woman has been weaponized against man, right? Now and these women have been taught to have a whorish mindset, but in the ancient world, yes, it was normal for a young woman, to get with a man that was older. Why is that? Because he could provide for her, bro. Okay, not no damn 9-year-old. And he knew that, but you know, he just Polight was good at playing semantics, which ironically, you know, this guy was calling us monsters, things of that nature, and he broke the law for trying to have sex with what he didn't try. You know what I'm saying? Forcing himself upon his woman's daughter. That's going off in the scriptures. You're not supposed to do that. That's going off. Okay? So this guy totally contradicts himself. Yet the narrative that this man, you know, orchestrated against us, this guy Ahlazar is now uses, you know, as a way to dismiss, rebuke. Okay, but when he was interacting with Polight, he was defending the apostles, man. Okay, I'm gonna let you hear. Let you play this, man. Watch.
When the kingdom is established, we're going to get women when they 12 years old. Right. All right? Say it again? As soon as they start in the kingdom of heaven, when their period starts, that's when they become a woman. Okay. All right? So we're going to deal with them when their period starts. Right. When their monthly starts. Have sex with them. Have babies, man. With 12-year-olds? Brother, in the kingdom, we're gonna do that, man. We're gonna get them young.
9 years old, 12 years old. So now that being the case, I will, and these are the people that you still are not disassociating yourself from. I gotta figure this out because you guys knocked Dr. York for the allegations that's made.
Hold on, I never knocked Dr. York.
Not you guys.
Okay, but I'm saying that I never.
And we did because Dr. York was a freak. The dude was into all types of abominations and got caught. Hella witnesses came up against him, man and boy. That's going off in the scriptures. We'll do no nasty stuff like that. And this guy right here, Polight, was coming out at the Nubian lifestyle and got caught up too. You know.
I don't believe that them charges that they were brought against him is real because I know how the white man did that.
You already know. I think that those guys believe that, and in the same context. And pardon me for that, for doing that. Because I don't like to do that. I stand corrected. So, with that said and done, I need to know why you guys are not disassociating yourselves from GMS. If they say the intent is to make babies with babies at the ages of 9 and even 12, those are the two ages he definitely specified on camera. And when we asked him, why would you want to have sex or engage these children at that age? To make babies with them. You said we were slow. So why you guys are not disassociating yourselves with them? And what is your rationale, excuse, reason that you have to still favor these guys as your elders?
Well, number one, they are elders because these are the first people I've learned from. And according to the scriptures, they're more on point than these other groups, bar none, especially when breaking down the prophecies. You see what I'm saying? They're more thorough. They teach you how to research more. A lot of these other groups are more into regurgitation.
So will you associate? Why do you associate? But that's a pretty strong charge.
Now dealing with the rape thing, this is the first thing we got to understand.
You hear what that man said? When it comes to prophecy, the apostles are on point. When it comes to the breakdowns, they're on point. Right? Right here, this man was defending the gospel. Right there, he was defending the apostles. But why did he switch up? Well, he switched up because, again, he was trying to make this word more palatable to the world. Okay? And within doing so, man, now he's missing the mark, right? Okay? Now I don't want to make this long. I hate to keep on interjecting. The only reason, we got to bring the scriptures out, though. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. 1 Corinthians 1:19, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where's the wise? Where's the scribe? Where's the disputer of this world? And those debates and things of that nature. That's what Polight was into. Hath not the Most High made foolishness the wisdom of this world? Right? So the Most High makes foolish the understanding of this of the world via the word, via the standard. And yes, there's going to be enmity. But when you try to mix and mingle, when you try to make this word more word friendly, that's when you begin to go off. Okay? And this is what we see with Ahlazar, man. He's going to start tap dancing when Polight start bringing out a couple of things, and he gets cut. Just to be frank, he gets cut. All right. Verse 21, for after that, in the wisdom of the word of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the wisdom of preaching to save them that believe. And that's essentially, that's what it's all about. Preaching unto elect, not trying to be liked of the world. The apostle Guerilla, that's funny. Well, that's the spirit. The apostle Guerilla actually did a sit down today, going into that. I forget. He was speaking patois, and I forget what he said, but basically meant like, look, I ain't looking for no friends. And when you in this truth, bro, when you teaching, you ain't trying to pull everybody in, bro. You're trying to get the elect, whoever have ears to hear. And a part of that, is giving the correct understanding of our culture. Our culture is not the culture of Western culture, man. Okay, it's of the ancient world. Okay, but when you try to mix and mingle, that's when you start become. That's when you become perverted, and this is what we see happening to Ahlazar years ago with these debates, bro. But let's listen.
We must understand the etymology of the word rape before we even delve into the word rape. Give me that in Deuteronomy 24, the 28th verse, started like, I want to say 26.
Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 26. But unto the damsel that thou shalt do nothing.
Right, that's dealing with if she is raped. If we're talking about a young woman who is raped. Matter of fact, start up so we get, I get exactly what that's talking about. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna start at
wherever you need to.
23.
Go ahead.
If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed,
right, be betrothed meaning she's engaged to somebody, right? A young woman that's engaged to somebody, read.
Unto an husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her.
You find her in the city, you lie with her, you rape her, right? Read.
Then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die.
Right. And there's a reason for that. Read.
The damsel, because she cried not.
The damsel, because she cried not. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why that happened. Basically, it would be like as if she was with it because she didn't resist it, and there was no evidence of nobody heard her resisting it. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Being in the city, and the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife.
Committed adultery. Read.
So thou shalt put away evil from among you.
Go ahead.
But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field.
In the field, right? You catch a young lady in the field, right? Who's engaged, read.
And the man force her.
And the man do what?
Force her.
And the man force her. So this is rape you're talking about, right? Go ahead.
And lie with her. Then the man only that lay with her shall die.
Why? Because he forced her to have sex and she was in an area in which she could not possibly get help. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing.
She's innocent, right? Go ahead.
There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death.
Exactly. Go ahead.
For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter.
Exactly. Basically, she's a victim just as a murder victim. You see what I'm saying? So already we're seeing rape being unsubstantiated here. Rape being.
Which he's reading up from verse 28, which we just discussed earlier. And what he's saying, the man ain't saying anything wrong. But when he gets to Deuteronomy 28, that's when the trouble starts, because again, he's trying to make the word more digestible to the world. And that's when Polight begins to cut him, bro. Okay?
In something that's looked down upon in Hebrew culture. Okay, go ahead.
For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her.
There was none to save her. Go ahead.
If a man find a damsel that is a virgin,
read.
Which is not betrothed.
Right, she's single, right? Go ahead.
And lay hold on her.
And lay hold. This is the rape, laying hold. Not forcing her to have sex. The fact that I'm just, that he laid hold on her. You see what I'm saying? He snatched her up, so to speak. Read.
And lie with her.
And it didn't say force. You see what I'm saying? In the last verse, it said.
No, he took it, bro. He tried to make it more acceptable. He took it, bro. He took it, bro. You just gotta call a spade a spade. Let's read this this particular one in different. It'll give it more of a clear-cut understanding of what's being said. We could go to the NLT. Suppose a man has intercourse with a young woman who is a virgin but is not engaged to be married, right? Let's read the second verse. Let's see verse 29 in NLT. He must pay her father 50 pieces of silver. Then he must marry the young woman because he violated her. He took it, though. Okay? And he may never divorce her as long as he lives. So he took the woman, and guess what? He did his thing. In the CSB, the man who raped her is to give the young woman's father 50 silver shekel, and she shall become his wife because he violated her. He cannot divorce her as long as he lives. You see that? So he took it. He violated her. He grabbed her up. He wasn't just he just grabbed her. But it wasn't. No, he grabbed her and he had intersex. He raped her, bro. Okay, this is when light comes and shoot, he begins to, you know, cut the Guerilla Hebrew. All right.
If he forced her, this ain't dealing with force. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And they be found.
And they find out that these people came together and had sex, and it wasn't a force thing. Go ahead.
Then the man that led with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver.
Which is a dowry, which is the Hebrew culture. When you marry a woman, you give her father a gift. You give him that dowry, right? Go ahead.
And she shall be his wife.
And she shall be his wife, right?
Because he had humbled her, he may not put her away all his days.
He may not put her away all his days because of the way in which he obtained her as opposed to the general way. Because the first thing we got to understand with Hebrew culture, because that whole thing about 9-year-olds, number one, only reason a girl is getting her menstrual at 9 years old in this day and age is because of what they're pumping into the food. In the ancient times when people are having a proper diet, there's no way.
Which is facts. So, this man ain't saying nothing wrong. We ain't gonna look at a 9-year-old and be like, okay, are you past your flower? We're not gonna look at a 12-year-old do that. We don't teach to do that. If that was the case, then Alone would have been found out about that situation of us doing that. The reason why initially this law was brought out because you had people out there that say you got to keep the laws to statute commandments to the T. And the apostle the apostle Tahar brought this out in Deuteronomy 22:28 to cut Bishop Nate and say, well, what about this scripture here? And then that's when Nate began to call Jake a rapist, and this is when the conscious community used that as a way to defame the Great Awakening, man. Okay. All right. So yes, what the man is saying is correct. Okay. But his breakdown on laying hold is incorrect. No, let's just call a spade a spade. He laid hold on her, but he didn't take it, but he kind of took, he just took it, bro. It was great. Okay. That's what happened. All right.
9-year-old girl is have menstrual. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, in the Hebrew culture, how it used to work was, let's say you got a son, right? And when your son gets 12 years old, he's not considered a man. So your son got to get put on, right? So what happens is he'll go into what we call indentured servitude. He'll serve under another Hebrew man for 7 years. At the end of that 7 years, he gets cashed out. He gets cattle, he gets money, he gets whatever he needs to go and now put himself on and substantiate himself. Now, during that time, he's going to need a wife, because that's what you need in order to start putting yourself on. You need to start making a family. As God said, be fruitful and multiply, right? So during that time, now, usually a girl should really be getting a period around 12, 13, 14 years old. At this point, this man is 19 years old. So around a time a woman is about 14, 15 years old, she's then going to marry a guy that's about 19 years old. Not a 50-year-old having sex with a 9-year-old. Right. That's not Hebraic culture.
Right. A 50-year-old having sex with not, of course not, right? But could a 50-year-old have sex with a 14-year-old? Yes. That was if a man betrothed his daughter unto a man that was older, that's what happened. Now I have this. I simply go. I asked. I asked Copilot about this. About this. I asked how old was Joseph when he married Mary. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It really doesn't specify. You know what I'm saying? In scriptures. But it was known in commentary, things of that nature, that this man was older. Okay. It says the Bible does not specify Joseph's age when he married Mary. However, scholars and traditions have speculated on this topic. Some suggest Joseph may have been a young man around 18 to 20 years old based on cultural norms of the time. So what the man is saying is right. Others propose he was older, probably in his 30s or even beyond, to align with certain traditions. There are also apocryphal texts that depict Joseph as an elderly man, which we're not going to get into that because, a lot of these apocryphal text doesn't you know, is not a part of the original scriptures, right? So his age is not really specified, but we know this man was older than a married man. Okay? That's the point, bro. Yes, the man was Mary was a young woman, and Joseph was older than her, whether it be 4 to 5 years older or 30 years older. The fact of the matter is, it was a part of Hebrew tradition to marry a woman young, and not just our tradition, just Eastern culture. Okay, in the ancient world, that's how things were done, because again, marriage was a business. So again, you know, you have this guy Ahlazar, he's trying to make it more acceptable, worldly speaking. You know what I'm saying? But Polight, you know, he got a couple of tricks up his sleeve. Let's take a look.
But a 19-year-old getting with a girl that's about 14, 15, 16 years old, that's not something that's totally out of the question, because we see that shit every day anyway. You see what I'm saying? Older niggas getting with the young, going to high school, picking up the young girls and all that. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that's got to be understood.
Right. Back in the day, they called that a shotgun wedding, like the Saquon Ahlazar is saying. Yes, it was, you know, you get you that young gal, you know what I'm saying, get with an older man, and they do the wild tussy. Guess what? You got to get married. It's a shotgun wedding, right? You betrothed to that woman. You married to that, not betrothed, but you married to that woman now. You break, you buy, okay?
As far as the kind of misunderstanding of it, I understand the misunderstanding of the whole of the whole concept, but what we got to understand, that's why I said we got to understand the act of rape. The act of rape is when he laid hold on her, but it didn't say that he forced her. When he forced her,
he laid hold on her, but he didn't force her. What the hell are you talking about, bro? This is when this man's argument crumbles. You know, it's crazy. Like, I'm grabbing you, but I'm not forcing you. What do you mean, bro? It doesn't make any sense. Okay.
as far as we understand rape now, because we got to understand who's speaking. You see what I'm saying? Usage supersedes etymology in this world that we live in, you know, pretty much. So with that being said, an actual forcible sex act did not occur in this situation like it does in the previous verses. You see what I'm saying?
Now, this is my question. What you read in Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28, it says, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found. That's verse 28 of chapter 22. Okay, so we're going to go to the Strong's Hebrew Concordance number, 8610.
Oh, look at him.
He's been on his blue letter.
And the words that they use here, right, for, let's see, the word is tafas. It says, and this is the word they use to lay down, to lay on her.
To lay hold or to lie with her. Okay,
to lay hold or to lie with her. It says to catch.
To catch.
Handle, lay hold, to take hold of, seize,
right,
to wield. All right. Now, this is what we're going to do here. We also see to be seized, be arrested, to be caught, to be taken, to be captured.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I want to do is I want to read this thing over and substitute these words. Okay. And it says here, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, hold on, let me just make sure I got all this up. Boom. It says, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold. Now, instead of using the word lay hold, we're going to say, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and he arrests her, or seize her, or capture her, he can lie with her and they be found.
Well, like I said, it didn't say that.
That don't sound like rape.
Well, like I said, etymologically, when you deal with rape, it is the catching of the season. But the forcible sex act did not take place. And how we know that is when we skip up and we see that the forcible sex act take place. Now, did he snatch her up? Yes.
If a black man gets arrested right now,
yeah,
and he gets arrested in peace, he's not kicking the cops. They say, put your head inside that car, and he goes gently, because he knows if he doesn't do it right, because after all, he's under arrest, he's going to get pushed in that car one way or another. What are we saying here? that she peacefully is being arrested. To be arrested is to be held against one's will. If I'm making a mistake, she's being seized. No, to be seized is to be taken, but it also has the word capture. So we're looking at the word arrest, we're looking at the word capture, we're looking at the word seize.
Right, he swept her off her feet. You know what I'm saying? That's where honeymoon and all that came from. You know, a man would take a young damsel, you know what I'm saying, you know, to, you know, a secluded area away from the family. And guess what? They would, you know, be romancing, you know. And the young girl, you know, she wouldn't really put up a fight. So, you know what Sakari is saying, like, okay, you know, it wasn't forceful like that. No, I understand. He's trying to make it more word friendly. But yes, the woman was arrested. The woman was captured. You know what I'm saying? She was swept off her feet. Yes, she was taken. Okay. And Polight is making this young man look bad. And guess what? We was all young man. We all still young man. I was young with them. Okay. He shouldn't have been up there in the first fucking place. All right.
How is this becoming? How is this not?
Well, give me judges. Now,
how is this I?
Okay, now look, that's a great question. Great question. Now look,
we're not done with this either.
Okay, now look, now this is the same subject. Now I'm gonna show you now with the law, statutes, commandments that the Most High gave us in the Bible. We see those in action later on in the biblical narrative when you deal with the history, right? Now in the book of Judges, this comes into play in the book of Judges, okay? And this is the reason why it comes into play. That law is not there so people can just go around snatching up any little girl they want. Not even, well, I won't even say little girl, because you shouldn't be snatching up no little girl. You see what I'm saying? But if you understand the concept, right, of pedophilia, right? There's different concepts of pedophilia. You have pedophilia, you have actual pedophilia, and you have hebephilia. Now, it's scientifically.
He kind of took off right there. I'm gonna fast forward it.
Yeah. How is this okay? Is that what you're saying?
We're gonna go to the next verse real quick. It then tells us that then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver.
Mm-hmm.
Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver. This is prostitution at this point.
Well, it's
already arrested her and captured her.
It's not prostitution.
He's paying the big homie father 50 shekels for his daughter.
But it's not prostitution because anytime you take a wife in Hebrew culture, you have to pay that.
But he arrested this wife and captured her and seized her. He didn't throw the G at her. He didn't pull up in some shit that was nice and say, "Yo, let me."
Well, that's how I'm snatching now, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're still hung up back then on the 50. Back then, he seized her. He arrested her. He captured her. And now that he caught her out there, yo, here's 50 on the strength. Now you just gonna take the daughter. I'm gonna give you 50. This is Hebrew culture.
Yeah, that's true.
This shit is kind of crazy. So now what I'm saying is,
from the guy who drugged his. Keep in mind, brothers, this is the same guy who drugged his girlfriend's daughter, you know, and forcibly made her give him fellatio, which is against the scriptures, you know. Matter of fact, let me get that for you, man. No, I'm talking. This is what this man did. He talking big, boy. Hey, call out your how about Shemi. I shot the most. I got the demon off the street. You know what I'm saying? You know? Leviticus 18 in verse 17. Okay. But he's looking at us in our scriptures, in our coaching, saying, "Oh, this is sick. This is madness." Well, according to what this man was into, this man, you know, this man was breaking the law, man. That was wicked, bro, what that man did. Very wicked. Okay? Very wicked, man. You know? But yet still within his filthiness, this man is able to cut Ahlazar. Okay?
Go, Pastor, I heard the word humble.
Yeah, the word humble, yeah.
So I said, I'm going to check this word humble, because whenever I hear nice words amidst of some crazy shit going on, there's probably somebody being slick with the words. So I said, let me check this word humble.
The word humble, when you go into the Hebrew, the word humble is the word ainah. Yep. When you look at the word ainah, it means to force, to take by force, to arrest. So what does that word mean? Rape. It means rape.
I understand.
Okay.
Now, the next question is this. Now that the Bible has made it clear that it's permissible to rape, why are we still reading the Bible?
Because you know what? Because it's in the Bible. We have faith in the Bible. We have faith in the Most High.
Because it's our culture. This is how we handle that situation. Was that a social norm? No. You know what I'm saying? And yes, at the time, you know, it was awkward to speak about because the apostles and the elders was bombarded, but they handled it straight up. It was straight up how they handled it, man. They handled it like as men, like, look, yeah, this is what it say, bro. Not trying to be socially accepted, like the apostle Gabar had brought out. You know what I'm saying? We GMS ain't trying to get friends, man. We trying to preach his word correctly. Okay?
Lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. So because he has humbled her, now we're going to look up this word humble. And when I look up the word humble, I get it and that. And this is, right, to be occupied, be busy with, to afflict, to oppress, to humble, be afflicted, to be bowed down, to be put down, to be depressed, to be downcast, to be afflicted, to stoop.
Let me take a look at that real quick.
So what I'm saying real quick just to finish is because I'm going to replace the word now.
Okay.
I'm going to replace it while I'm reading, and I'm going to see what it looked like. So now, after he done, I'm not even going to go into the interpolation. I'm just reading. The man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver. He gives the money. And she shall be his wife, because after all, that's my words, after all, because he hath afflicted her, because after all, he oppressed her, because after all, he afflicted her, put her down, depressed her, downcast her, afflicted her, stooped her, made her bow down. Since he got that accomplished, now he may not put her away in all his days. So I'm looking at, first he arrested her.
That's precisely what that is. He humbled her, and so guess what? He took her, he raped her, and now he cannot put her away. Okay? Yes. How to handle, you know what I'm saying? Let's use the word essay is in the scriptures, and this is how in the ancient world we will handle it. Okay? Now, are we teaching to do that? No. Are we allowing, you know what I'm saying, this teaching within our congregation? No. We understand that you can't do the law, such commandments to the T here in Babylon the Great, because we're subject unto the laws of the land. It talks about that in Romans the 13th chapter. Okay? But yes, in the ancient world, this was how we would handle SA. And use your imagination when I say SA, brothers. You know what I'm talking about? Now, KDC 3 posted Romans 1:16, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Mashiach, for it is the power of the Most High unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first and also to the Greek, right? Because these scriptures embody more than just the New Testaments and, you know what I'm saying, the ministry. It embodies a culture. You know, the Greeks or the Hellenists were getting introduced to the culture of the scriptures. That's why they were prohibited to eat in certain things and to go on certain places, alluding to Acts the 15th chapter. Okay. All right. It was an introduction to the Hebrew way. Okay. And they knew, even the apostles, they knew that the Greeks couldn't, keep the law in its entirety, but it was about faith, ultimately faith in Yahweh Shai. But within faith in Yahweh Shai, there's still certain laws, such commandments you could keep. And also you can gain understanding about the Hebrew culture. Okay. This is what we're doing. Okay. The Hebrew culture is in fact very pro-male, not pro-female. It's not a book of feminism. It's a book that's very misogynistic, and that word has a negative connotation. Yes, it's for the males. Okay, it's for the perspective of men. Right. So certain laws that should be seen as harsh when it comes to male and female interaction, you know what I'm saying, was, acceptable. Case in point, if a woman was to hit a man in his loins, if her man is having a fight with another man, she kicked that other man in the loins, and her hand's supposed to get chopped off. Now it's the exact opposite. Now it's a mindset of you can hit a woman no matter what she does. Put that woman first. And that's exactly opposite of the scriptures, of our culture. Okay? So you have to understand that when you lay hold to these scriptures, man. All right? We're gonna let this play a little bit more. Now I'm gonna skip to the 44-minute mark. Okay. KDC 3, 1 Corinthians 10 and 23. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. So yes, trying to do certain things in this world that the Bible deems as right is not expedient. Right? And I think we've done numerous sit downs expounding on this understanding. Okay? All right? Whoever have ears to hear, let him hear.
Or he seizes her, or he captures her. And now on the strength that he paid the father the money, and she bowed down, or she was put down, or she was humbled, or she was oppressed. Now on the strength of that, he won't put her away, which I can only presume mean to kill her ass at this point. So we can look up that.
What to put her away would be to divorce her. But what we have.
How you want to divorce someone you just kidnapped? You just kidnapped this girl.
Well, not exactly, but the whole thing is this, right? When we, especially dealing with this word humble, right?
Yes.
It says to be occupied or to be busy with. It's got various definitions to this word.
Yes.
So what we have to understand is
the word humble. When you go into the Hebrew, the word humble is the word ainah. Yep. When you look up the word ainah, it means to force, to take by force, to arrest. So what does that word mean? Rape.
Especially when
he should be occupied. He just arrested somebody that probably had no intention of being arrested.
But the whole thing is we got to understand the usage of that word. Okay. And we also have to make a discernment here. Watch. Let me see.
See, he got cut right there, man. And remember at the beginning, he was saying, and look, he agreed with the apostles and elders, but his, and also so they kind of go on a rant here. But I want to fast forward this to the 44-minute mark and listen to what this man has to say. It's very different from what he's saying now, man. Okay?
In which you're going to play in the kingdom in which that's defined as heaven. Right now, maybe not on the first. What it is you got the first trip and you got the second trip. You know what I'm saying? You got those who are going to get delivered and go into heaven. You got those who are going to have to die and then be reincarnated into heaven. So is his mother going to be in heaven? Yes, she is. And she's going to be born as a new child into heaven. And she's going to be totally in her right mind. You see what I'm saying? With the new covenant being established. You see what I'm saying? spoke about Jeremiah 31 that we are going to. We ain't gonna need.
About
We ain't gonna need to have camp no more in heaven. You know why? Because all of our people are gonna be doing the right thing at all times. You see what I'm saying?
We're gonna go back to one of these other questions.
Okay.
Why are you still associating with Tahar when the man said that he can have sex? You guys can have sex with 9-year-olds.
Y'all hear what he asked, right? Polight hoe ass. Why you still associating with Apostle Tahar? You know, when he's saying all these things in regards to Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter. Okay? Listen to what this man has to say. Okay? Because at one point in time, this man was agreeing. He switched it up when he got around these conscious people, man. Okay? The conscious community.
12-year-olds. Well, I heard what you read, but I want to hear why are you still associating with a man that will say that their intent is to impregnate 9 and 12-year-old babies.
Well, they went on record and said that their intent is not to impregnate 9 and 12-year-old babies.
And he also went on record and said it is.
You know what he said? Well, they went on record saying, look, they intended not to do that. And now fast forward 10 years later, and this guy's using the same rhetoric of Polight, a known rapist, a real rapist. You know, so this guy is very disingenuous, man. And he's a liar. You fucking liar. You know, the liar, man.
When the kingdom is established, we're going to get women when they 12 years old. Right. All right? Say it again. As soon as they start in the kingdom of heaven, when their period starts, that's when they become a woman. Okay. All right? So we're going to deal with them when their period starts. Right. When their monthly starts.
Question.
Have sex with them. Have babies, man. With 12-year-olds. Brother, there's in the kingdom, we're gonna do that, man. We're gonna get them young. We're gonna get them young. And the kingdom is coming. The kingdom is right here.
So let's talk about that record.
Well, the record you talking about when you went down there
and we asked him why. He said to have sex with him, man.
I seen it. I seen the whole joint, right? But the whole thing is, let's go. But the whole thing is, do I think Tahar has the intention of doing that? No, because Tahar is on a record. That
makes it even worse than if you don't have intention now when he's telling us.
Especially when the word 9-year-old came up. When the word 9-year-old came up, I peeped the whole thing, right? Somebody said, it wasn't you, but it might have been you. It was somebody said, well, girls had a period as old as 9 years old, right?
I didn't say that.
Now somebody said that, and I understand that came back out. It was said to him, and it came back out. But as far as how I perceive it, I don't really perceive that he meant that. And the only reason that came up is because somebody said that. Because he's going on record and said that he doesn't plan to have sex with a 12-year-old girl or a 9-year-old girl.
Now you see that? So he knows what we're saying, bro. He knows what we're saying. Okay? This man knows exactly what he's saying. All right? But when it's time for him to use that for slander, he uses it. Okay? So this guy, man, this guy, you know, he's a talebearer, man, but he want to say that he, you know, I'm talking about Ahlazar. He's a talebearer, man. Okay? But he wants to say that he follows the laws of statute commandments to the T. And this man is lying, bro. He just contradicted himself. Okay? This man, KDC3, just posted, talebearer is a noun or adjective that means to spread gossip or rumors or tell secrets indiscreetly. And this is what this man did. This man spread a lie. This man spreading rumors and lies. When here you have it, he was agreeing with the apostles, man. Okay? Yeah, so this guy ain't right, man. This guy ain't right. You know, Ahlazar ain't right, bro. You know, and again, we could temporarily to this guy. You know, the elder that's, you know, on the page now, the elder Ahlazar. You know, shoot, KDC3, man, you've been around too, so you done seen the hypocrisy too, bro. Okay. This guy here want to talk about he's follows laws and commandments, but here it is. He caught up in lying once again. Leviticus 19:16, thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among the people, thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahweh. So you're not supposed to be going up and down being a damn talebearer, man. You know, Proverbs 11:13, a talebearer reveals secrets, but he that is a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. You should have been quiet. Here you are, you professing the apostles are your elders. You should have kept your integrity, bro. But you started mingling with those people, and you lost it. You lost it, bro. You know, you lost it. You lost your integrity, brother. That's a cold lick. Proverbs 18:8, the words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. That's right. And this is why he's doing this. He's trying to wound the apostles, ruin their reputation, man. That's one of the worst things you could ever be called is a dang, pedophile, man. That's no good. But this is what man called him. And ultimately, this is a part of part of that straight gates. But Ahlazar, man, hey man. Most High sees it, bro. Most High knows. The Most High, the Lord knows. Okay. That word wound is lahum. It means to gulp, swallow greedily, to be gulped. Lahum. Right? Bite greedily, swallow dangerous. This greedy for gain, bro. Greedy for gain. How they say humana. Okay. Con. Greedy for gain, man. Right? Trying to devour somebody else. Step on somebody else so you can make yourself look good, man. It's a cold lick, bro. It's a cold lick, brother. But it is what it is. The Most High knows. The Lord knows. The Lord knows. Okay? So, I don't have to make this too long. The point was made. Man, I ain't know I went an hour. Yeah, the point was made. We gonna see who's who and what's what real soon. KDC 3, Romans 16:18, for they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. That's right. And that's precisely what you see going on. That's precisely what you see what happening, man. You know what I'm saying? So, again, prayers edifying. Shalom.